Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This week I was alone again. My husband is still off on his work trip, so I cooked some more meals that I've been really wanting to have or try. Everything will be listed down below in the description box or linked. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, I am making this delicious honey Dijon chicken salad. I just started by cooking up 3 slices of bacon in my skillet. I do cut them in half just so they fit better in the pan. Once my bacon was done, I went ahead and just used the same pan with a little bit of bacon grease in the bottom to cook my chicken. I'm just cooking 1 chicken breast. I did split it in half and seasoned it with a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. I just cooked it for a few minutes on each side until it had this really beautiful color to it. For the dressing, I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of honey into the small bowl with about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a few drops of lemon juice, and about a teaspoon of olive oil. I'm just going to mix that together, give it a little taste, and then adjust as needed. You might want to add more honey if you want it more sweet, and if you wanted to have more of a mustard taste, then obviously you'll add more mustard. Now it's time to chop. I'm chopping up some romaine lettuce, a little bit of cucumber. I like to leave just a little bit of the skin on. A couple thin slices of red onion. You don't want to overdo it with the onion. And then also I'm going to chop up a little bit of Roma tomato. As you can see, I've added all that onto my plate along with half of a sliced avocado, 2 hard-boiled chopped eggs, my cooked and chopped bacon, and then over top of everything I'm going to add my dressing. Here's what my finished plate looked like. This salad was so filling and so refreshing. It was really hot the day I had this, but this dinner was so perfect and definitely hit the spot. I wish I would have waited to make this when my husband was home because I know he would have loved it, but I'm making this chicken Parmesan Stromboli. I started by preheating my oven to 400 degrees and I'm just going to cook these chicken strips. These are just the great value ones. This was about 2/3 of the bag total. You can always make and bread your own chicken if you want to, but I just went ahead and baked mine in the oven, made it easy on myself. After they come out of the oven, I'm just going to chop them up into smaller pieces. Next, I'm using 1 can of pizza dough and just spreading that out and trying to even it out as much as possible. Feel free to make your own pizza dough or use a different type, it's totally fine. I rolled mine up and then added it to a piece of parchment paper and then rolled it back out, and this is going to make it a lot easier to transfer after I get it filled. Now I'm going to add about half of my jar of pizza sauce. Down in the description box I will have the exact ounce of the jar listed below for you, that way you know what size to get. I'm just spreading that around in the center, leaving about 1 inch on each side, that way I'm able to close it. Next I'm adding about a ½ cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, a ½ cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, and then over top of that we're adding our chopped chicken tenders. Try to get them all pulled to the center, and then you're going to pull each side over, roll up the ends, pinch them together, and then pinch that seam shut as well. I went ahead and pulled out a baking sheet and sprayed it down with some nonstick spray. And now as you can see, I'm just going to use this parchment paper to help me roll this right over and flip it right side up because you want the seam to be on the bottom. And since I oiled the pan, it slides right into the center super easy. Next, I have 1 egg that I beat, and I'm going to go ahead and cover this entire thing with this egg wash. This step is pretty important. You want to make sure you add these little slits to the top. It'll help your stromboli to vent and cook more evenly. This baked in my oven for about 20 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, this is what it looked like. It had some really good color to it. Next, I'm going to start adding on some more of our pizza sauce. You can add as much as you want here. I just added a few spoonfuls on the top and spread it around until it was enough for my liking. On top of the pizza sauce, you'll add another ½ cup to 3/4 of a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. And then on top of that mozzarella, I'm adding some grated Parmesan cheese. I'm also going to add some garlic powder, red pepper flakes, and parsley to this. Feel free to add some of these seasonings inside as well. I wish I would have. Honestly, I just wasn't really thinking about it at the time. But this is what it looked like when it was all done. I thought this was so good. I definitely think it will be good with homemade chicken for sure. I really love to eat the end pieces, and this one got such great color on it. I was super impressed, and this dinner was delicious. I did have to freeze some of this since it was just me, and I went ahead and cooked some up for lunch yesterday, and it was great eating it straight from the freezer. I just microwaved it, and it tasted just as good as it was on day one. And now we're going to make these avocado chicken burritos. You may not like these if you're not a fan of avocado or cilantro, so keep that in mind. I have 1 chicken breast that I'm just going to go ahead and cube into smaller pieces. Once that's cubed up, I'm transferring it over to my hot skillet. I did have a little bit of olive oil in there, and I'm going to season my chicken with some taco seasoning. I just added about 2 tablespoons since it was only 1 chicken breast. Once my chicken was all the way cooked through, I just set it aside for a moment while I went ahead and started chopping up my cilantro. You just want to make sure this is in nice small pieces and remove any big stems. I'm also chopping up 1 avocado into smaller cubes. Into my tortilla, I'm adding a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese and Colby Jack cheese, a scoop of my chicken, and then also adding in that avocado and cilantro. Over top of everything, I'm drizzling it with some ranch dressing. And then you're just going to fold this tortilla over, tuck the sides in, and continue to roll it all the way up. I transferred that burrito over to my hot skillet and just browned up each side until it had this beautiful color. Here is my finished plate of food. I just added some sour cream on top. I really enjoy these, but like I said, I love cilantro, I love avocado, and I know my husband would hate these because he does not like either one of those, so keep that in mind. If you try these, they are very, very, very much so flavored with the cilantro and avocado. Thank you so much for sticking this video out this week. Leave me a flower down in the comments if you made it to the end. I appreciate your time so much, and thank you for coming back to my kitchen for another video. Bye guys!